Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Listen. Possibilities of consciousness is simple reality. Understand? For example, the field of the health, not only healthy long life, even immortality is not just possible, it's a simple reality. Understand? Hindu tradition knows this science. Many people have achieved that Chiranjeevi Pata from Mahabali, Hanuman to so many. Mahavatar Babaji, so many have achieved Chiranjeevitva, immortality. Please understand. I have no reason to lie to you or to give you misinformation or false hopes. I have nothing to gain from you all, and none of you can take anything away from me. I am neither bound through greed nor bound by fear with all of you. I am a Sarvasvatantra being who is absolutely free. I am here just to share my absolute love and compassion. Because I am inspired by love and compassion, the great truths to all of you. Listen. Because I am a Sarvasvatantra being, I have nothing to gain from you and I have nothing to be afraid. I have everything including political sovereignty. Even politically no one can threaten me. Understand? Till I was in India, politically they were able to threaten me. We will arrest you, we will put you in jail and all that. We will kill you, all that. Now even that is not possible. Neither they can assassinate me, nor they can arrest me, nor they can incarcerate me. Nothing can be done. Now even politically, I have sovereignty. Understand? Neither in social level, nor in political level, in any level, neither you can exploit me through greed, nor you can exploit me through fear. I am absolutely free being. Not just enlightenment, spiritual consciousness alone, even socially, politically, in the outer world. Because I am completely free, I am going to tell you the truths as it is. I am going to tell you the truths as it is. See, as long as a man is under the greed and fear, he cannot reveal the cosmic truths as it is. That is why in Hindu tradition, always gurus had political sovereignty. No king will touch the Rajaguru. The guru cannot be arrested. Guru cannot be under the king. It used to be the tradition. If at all king is not getting along with the guru, guru will be asked to leave the country, that's all. He can never be arrested or prosecuted. The citizens won't agree. Any prosecution of any guru, they had their own sovereignty. Whenever the rogue kings tried to harass, the gurus have moved to a different place. All right, you have thousands of stories. When Manikavasagar was harassed, directly Paramashiva coming and getting Manikavasagar out of prison, and for Upper Swamigal, Tirunavukarasar, Mahadeva coming directly and protecting him from all the assassination attempts by the king. So there are tons of stories. Anyhow, gurus had a complete political sovereignty, freedom, so that they can tell the truths, cosmic truths as it is. Now, Paramashiva has blessed me with that quality life, that kind of freedom. Neither I need wealth or anything from any of you, nor you can take away anything from me. I am absolutely unclutched. No fear, greed based relationship with the whole world. I have my sovereignty, and I have whatever I need to do my work, and I have everything. And all I have cannot be taken away from me. That is the reason I am telling you. Now I am operating from absolute love, compassion, and honestly, whatever I want to tell you all, I am telling you. I also wanted to tell you this truth. As long as I was in India, whatever I was talking, it was always politically polite. I have to mellow it down. The truths cannot be told as it is. I have to constantly customize and make sure the truths are expressed in such a way that nobody's interests are hurt. I did not even do any mistake. I only told the honest truth. All killing is not accepted in cosmos. As per cosmic law, all killing is wrong. That's all. Immediately the media started trying to file a false case on me that I disrespected army, Indian army. I did not tell anything. I never disrespect. Constantly trying to threaten me, harass me, keep me under their control. Now I am absolutely free. So I can tell the truth as it is. I tell you, actually, when I became completely free and absolutely safe, the first thing I felt so much of love, compassion, I decided to operate without any defense mechanism. I don't need to be protective. I don't need to be diluting the truths, and I don't need to be responding, reacting anything less than the higher truth. So the higher truths have become my absolute powerful cognition, operating mechanism, everything. I realized this one truth. When somebody is completely feeling secure, he became the most safest person to live around. When he becomes secured, he gives security to everyone because he understands the value of feeling secure. I tell you, not only I am feeling secured, I have my own sovereignty, everything. This last 2 years of just burning inside the samadhi all alone. I was actually wondering why Paramashiva is not letting people to come to me physically and have darshan, initiation. Now it's almost 3 years. With coming June or May, I think May or June, it will be 3 years. I have not touched people. Very rarely, few visitors, few devotees had the blessings. In this whole 3 years, I have not met more than a handful of people. I was wondering why Paramashiva is doing this. Whenever I plan for some program, something will happen and it get postponed, like this corona, lockdown. Even now I tried planning for Paramashivogam after Shivaratri, but no flights, still no traveling is opening. Australia is fully sealed, all the international travel. So I was wondering why Paramashiva is doing. Then I realized, in this intense burning in samadhi, the whole body, mind, consciousness, everything is being raised to the next level of the frequency of manifestation. I tell you guys, the more it is delayed, the more intense the experience you are all going to receive once you get the opportunity to come and have darshan. Even sometimes the chain or the jewelry I am wearing starts melting by the intense energy of samadhi. It becomes almost like a paste. Especially in the time when I sit in samadhi and when I come out of samadhi, I could see the gold jewels becoming like a paste. It has melted down. Anyhow, listen. Because Paramashiva has giving me this freedom, this sovereignty, Paramashiva himself is directly protecting me. I am having the guts to tell all the truths as it is. So I want you to understand, in the field of the health, not only healthy long life is possible, even immortality is possible for human beings. Hey, listen. When I was in India, if I utter this truth, how many people will try to, see, people who don't believe this, they will try to harass, abuse, destroy, make fun, mockery, troll, everything. The other side, the cunning criminals who knows, I know this truth and I know this science, They'll try to kidnap me, to snatch the signs forcibly out of me. Actually, you can't snatch the signs out of me. Only through love, compassion, I can transmit this initiation and signs. Actually, this happened. One fellow who came to know I have one of the important power. This happened, I think, in 2002 or 3. His name is Valamburi John. That guy came to know that I have an important power which he wanted for his personal greed purposes. I said, my gurus have given me this power, that is true, but I can't use it for anyone's personal gains, including mine. Even for my personal gain, I can't use that power. He was not ready to believe me. He actually took me to a place, like inviting me for a program, and he forcibly kept me under his custody. It was like a practically kidnapping. And trying to intimidate me. Finally, with Paramashiva's grace, I used some powers and got out of his clutches. That is different. I'll tell you the story later on, detailed way. Not this one, multiple attempts I have faced. I have faced this kind of multiple attempts where people are absolutely convinced that yes, he has that science, that secret power. Try to hijack me or kidnap me to exploit that power. I tell you, listen carefully. Even I cannot use that power, any powers given to me by Paramashiva, for my personal gain. And of course, I don't have any personal gain. It cannot be exploited or manipulated or used. It can only be showered. It can only be given as a gift to the whole world for the good of the whole humanity. This science of immortality I am talking is actually a reality. It is possible. You can play between the vertical time zones, the different time zones, and make yourself available as intensely as you are in your physical body. I can say a little more than this physical body. When you are sitting and talking to me directly, how intensely I can impact your consciousness. I can impact your consciousness much more deeply, intensely, even through this digital satsang, through this online satsang, through this screen. I can just come out of your computer screen and initiate you and do whatever you need or I need. Understand, listen. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hand. Listen, I'll repeat now. See, when I felt absolutely secured and safe, even externally, I started pouring my love to everyone, everything, and that started becoming like a virtuous circle. Everyone started feeling very secured around me. This virtuous circle has become very intense. Listen. See, when I was in India, even if we feel slight constantly threatened by somebody, if we feel insecure about somebody, naturally we try to protect ourselves because there's no protection. Anybody can harm a Hindu guru in India, nobody is there to protect them. Especially if you put one false accusation and convince the society, you can enter into his organization and steal money, do anything you want. There is no protection for that guru or his organization. So constantly we need to be on high alert, defending ourselves, doubting everyone, suspecting everyone. So that becomes like a vicious circle. People feel insecure. That is the way the ecosystem is created to dismantle all the Hindu organizations. See, the ecosystem is created in India such a way that it is literally impossible to run any Hindu organization. So much of distrust will be generated between the guru and the followers. So naturally all organizations implode and collapse. Now listen carefully. When I started feeling secure, I could see very clearly the virtuous circle happening around me now. Now at the most, we talk only about the work. All our energy is used only for the enriching work, contributing to the world. Nothing else. Nothing else. Almost no energy is wasted in anything else other than enriching. Listen. The signs of healthy long living and the signs of immortality. Not only reality, it is easy. Listen. Just simple dietary change. Some of the diets you need to change. The way you eat, the things you eat, you just need to change. And if we can detox you, if the parasites and microbes sitting inside your body and triggering you, if they can be removed from your system, diet is such a simple, easy lifestyle. Listen. It is not that you are really incapable of becoming immortal, but the parasites sitting inside you, microbes sitting inside you, they trigger all kinds of stupid addictive patterns. And those patterns does not allow you to systematically evolve your body. It is like a internal imploding mechanism you carry inside your gut and inside your brain. I was actually developing a software for Sarvanyatva, all knowing. I made some of my Gurukul Balasans to manifest this power, all knowing. The subject of immortality I am talking about is too easy if we can remove parasites sitting inside you and constantly triggering all the addictive patterns. And I wanted to explain the science of Sarvanyatva. See, all-knowing. Normally, your brain, when it thinks consecutively, cohesively, coherently, each of these are layers, consecutive, coherent, cohesive. If your brain can think one, next one, next one, next one, and coherent, after this, that will happen, after that, that will happen, cohesive. If this happens, that will be the effect. If that happens, that will be the effect. If that happens, that will be the side effect, next effect. In every layer, coherently, cohesively, if your brain can think, it will lead to knowledge, vidya. In any field, you can have knowledge, medical, social, legal, political, economical. In any field, you can have knowledge if your brain can think coherently and cohesively. In Hindu tradition, we know the science of making your brain grasp the whole cosmos, the whole cosmic happening. When I was developing the software for Sarvanyatva, Sarvanyatva means the power to know everything. Successfully, I have also made many of my Gurukul Balasans to manifest this power for a particular period. When I was training them, initiating them, they started manifesting this power. It was very successful. Listen. All I needed to do was create an ecosystem inside them and outside them where the brain does not feel tired or bored by its own innate experience of the I-ness, existence. It needs to be inspired, excited. Atma Ananta, Swarupa Ananta. What they think as themselves, their Swarupa, that itself is exciting, that itself is inspiring, that itself is wow. That Swarupa Ananta within them and around them. They should have confidence to celebrate themselves, and the people around them should celebrate them, the Balasans. That is the way I created the ecosystem. Understand? Body, not having parasites, microbes, especially fluoride calcination on your third eye. And anesthesia, when during these surgeries, when somebody is injected with anesthesia, system so much, almost for the whole life, that person loses the ability to manifest some of the powers. Listen. I was narrating the incident very recently, few days before. I was talking to one of my Bahuputri, one of my favorite daughters. She had a small growth kind of a thing behind the ears. And actually, I was thinking of giving an option. See, either you can see the doctor and they will give the local anesthesia and clean it up. A small minor, it's not like a surgery, just cleaning it up. You can go for that. Or if you wait and reach Kailasa, in Kailasa I can just touch it and it will be healed. And you don't need to go through the anesthesia. Without even asking me, she herself said, no, I don't want to do anything here. I will get it done by Swamiji directly. I don't want anyone else to touch me or anyone else to do anything. I don't know how to express my joy. I was so happy. I told her, hey, your love for me, your devotion for me, your feeling connection for me has saved you from the permanent side effect of anesthesia. See, when you are given anesthesia, even local anesthesia, it takes so much time, almost impossible to get rid of its after effects even for years on your consciousness. Listen carefully. Physically there won't be any, you will be all right. But your brain's capacity to radiate powers, to manifest powers, is permanently damaged. I'll explain one by one. Listen. If you start enjoying the narration you carry about you, Swarupa Ananda, and everyone around you enjoys the narration about you, which they carry in them. In that space, you manifest Sarvanyatva. Kailasa is the ecosystem to help you to enjoy the narration you carry about you. And everyone celebrates the narration they carry about you in them. You celebrate them, they celebrate you. In this kind of ecosystem, powers manifest just like that. That kind of an ecosystem makes nectar flow in your Sahasrara chakra, in your crown center. even when your guru initiates you with his consciousness, the first thing happens is your Sahasrara chakra explodes in superconsciousness, that Paramashiva space. The nectar, Amrita, pours in your system. You enjoy the beautiful narrative of you carry inside you, that you are Paramashivatva, and you enjoy the Paramashivatva of the whole universe, everyone around you. And everyone around you enjoys you. This complete virtuous circle. Like in the ocean, a bliss rises as a wave and hits at the ocean and creates another bliss wave. Bliss waves, bliss waves, bliss waves. This is the ecosystem of power manifestation. In this ecosystem, in this space, I was beautifully able to transmit the power of Sarvanyatva. Understand? Same way, this power of immortality, Kayakalpa, it needs to be transmitted to herbs. The herb, even after being removed from the root, it will continue to be alive in Hindu tradition. Before removing the herb, a leaf or a root from the original plant, they will do the rituals called Sabanivarti, Mooligai Sabanivarti, Mooligai Prana Pratishtai. It means any curse on that herb or any other impurities will be cleansed, and the Prana Pratishta will be done such a way, even after that root or the plant or the fruit removed from the main tree, it will continue to have life, chit in it. It will not be a dead leaf. Dead leaf cannot heal you. Only a leaf with a life energy can heal you. So the Mooligai Sabanivarti and Mooligai Prana Pratishtai, both will be done. Then the herb will be collected. On that herb, this knowledge, this science of Kayakalpa will be programmed. And you are given that. When you take that in, all the parasites sitting inside you, which makes you addicted to food activities which is not aligned to your Kayakalpa, immortality, those parasites will be sent out. You will be detoxed and free from those parasites. So automatically, your thought currents, lifestyle, everything, even your desires will be aligned to your immortality, to your Kayakalpa. The whole system need to raise to that extreme, powerful, intelligent, aware, You are not living mechanism, you are living organism. Listen carefully. See, you have various internal organs: heart, lungs, brain, stomach, intestine, liver, kidney. All these internal organs are centrally commanded, administered, made to function in a coordinated way on certain principle. All of them have certain understanding and principle among them. That principle is called dharma. Listen. So each one of you have dharma inside you. Just if you do little research, you can see very clearly how your heart supports digestion, your digestion system supports detox, how your kidney supports your lungs to function, how your lungs supply prana to the whole body and keeps you alive and active and energetic. All of them work aligned to a dharma, to certain principle. A very powerful, superior, independent intelligence is responsible for this whole organism. Understand? If you can just sit unclutched, you will understand that dharma, you will be able to decode the software on which you are functioning. You can see the software, how the command to your lungs is passed, how the commands to your digestion system is passed, what kind of command is given to your heart, how your brain cognizes everything. Whenever you sit unclutched, you can see all this happening. Your consciousness will automatically recognize the software, coding of the software based on which your organism is functioning. If you start celebrating that narration, that software coding, the secret coding, dharma, based on which you are functioning, your whole organism is functioning. Expand that same to the people who are around you. Dharma with which your body is functioning, use that same dharma to build your family, to build your teamily, to build friendship. I'm not talking impractical. Listen, I'm talking something absolutely possible, reality, simple, practical. I'll repeat. When you sit unclutched, see clearly, Paramashiva is inside you. His Kailasa is your body. Your heart is Parashakti. Your guts is Mahaganapati. Your lungs is Nandi. All is Parivara Devatas are your internal organs. The independent intelligence, consciousness with which he operates, his whole Kailasa is one team. Same way, your consciousness is Paramashiva. Your whole body, all the internal organs you carry is one team. That is Kailasa. Understand this. With more and more unclutching, you will catch the whole software coding. Why, when your heart is asked to pump more? Why, when your lungs are asked to breathe deep? Why, when your stomach is asked to digest fast? Why, when your blood pressure is asked to be low? Why, when it becomes high? Why, when you experience stress in your brain? Why, when you feel peacefulness in your brain? This whole internal secret coding of your organism will be revealed to you when you sit unclutched. I tell you, this is what happened to me when I had the 360-degree experience. I know everything about my narration of me. So I am celebrating my narration of me. And I know everything about everyone's narration about me. See, everyone around me, what kind of a narration they carry about me, I know it. I will repeat. Sorry, I have to repeat because only if I repeat, you will understand this principle. Listen. There is a powerful, independent intelligence system inside you which is coordinating your whole existence. How different internal organs are functioning and how they are interrelated to how you think about you and how you feel about you. What kind of a action, reaction you experience in your life, how life happens to you, how you perceive life, this whole science. It happens in a very systematic, intelligent way in you. If you just unclutch and sit, you will know that secret coding. If you know your dharma, you will use the same to build your teamily. You will know exactly with whom you should inspire, who should be given fear, who should be given greed, who should be given inspiration, who should be given love, who should be given gifts, who should be given punishment, you will simply know the signs of building your life. You just know to create an ecosystem where you celebrate your narration about you, your dharma about you, and where everyone around you celebrates you. This kind of an ecosystem, if you are able to build wherever you are Ishvara of your life. You are Ishvara of your life. If you know what is the code, what kind of a methodology you use to coordinate your heart and lungs and brain, how you inspire them, keep them active, alive, healthy, you will simply know how to keep your business and family active, alive, healthy. This science of knowing your dharma and extending that dharma to your family and team permanently makes you Ishvara of your life. It makes you Ishvara, leader of your life permanently. I ask you to practice unclutching, so you just know how everything happens inside you. You will know the secret software coding of your organism. That is what I call your innermost blueprint of your consciousness is your dharma. Listen. I'll give you an example. If you lived in Kailasa, if you know me, you can understand what I am saying. I will give lakhs and lakhs in charity donation. Whether temple priests or some people who are serving Sanatana Hindu Dharma, priests or anyone who is serving Hinduism, I'll give lakhs and lakhs in charity. I'll spend crores to educate the village priests. Empower them with these powers. Ask them to go and strengthen Hinduism. Giving them not only knowledge, all the vessels, puja vessels, everything. I'll spend crores in this kind of charity, but I will not allow 10 rupee corruption. If I know, have evidence for corruption, that's it. I won't allow that person, neither near me nor in Sangha. I won't tolerate. Because that is exactly the principle, dharma, with which I am running my body. Whole day I will work and all the result of my hard work, I will give it to the world and enrich the world, gift it to the world. But I will not allow one parasite to sit inside my stomach and trigger me to eat an ice cream or a pizza or Coca-Cola. Listen, this is one example I am giving you. I'll give not just lakhs, crores in charity. But I will not allow 10 rupees stealing. I won't allow 10 rupees stealing. If I get the evidence, that's it. I won't believe the rumors. I'll take action only with evidence. But even 10 rupee, I won't allow the stealing. Because that is my dharma. Whole day I'll keep myself healthy, active, and spend my whole life for charity, to give enriching. But I will not allow one parasite to sit inside me and trigger me to eat an ice cream or pizza or some junk food. Whether the way I run my life or the way I run Kailasa or the way I run this Sangha, everything will be in absolute alignment with Paramashiva. Paramashiva's state, space, powers, being and superconsciousness is Kailasa. Paramashiva is my dharma. Listen carefully. All of you spend little time study what is your secret coding of the software which is coordinating your body, which is keeping you alive. Understand? I want all of you to know you can scan your body consciously and scan others' body consciously. It is simply possible. Just little unclutching you need. Practice little unclutching. That's all. That is all. That is all you need. This Pachapatni Vratam, I am planning. We will be having it for 28 days. That will help you intensely to discover the secret software coding with which you are functioning. You operate. You keep your organism alive. If you know that secret code, you can remove all the viruses and all the diseases, disorders. Live forever as long as you want. Understand? I want all of you to know, listen carefully. Genetically itself, Hindu women carry this knowledge. This knowledge is in the DNA of Hindu women. Hindu women are the best to make a stable family. Whether as head of the family or a sannyasi, nun, Hindu women are the best. In the whole world. Go to the statistics. I am not making blah blah statements. Go to the statistics. Hindu origin, Hindu heritage women. See the diverse rate. Compare it with the women from other civilization. Hindu women are the most stable family heads. Whether in business, running a family, professional success, even as nuns. The terrorists who are trying to destroy Hinduism, they steal Hindu women because they know Hindu women make best family. They make the best family head. It's not something recently. For last 1,000 years, our women are stolen. That is why our women decide to jump into fire the moment they feel that they will be stolen by the terrorists and invaders. They commit sati. If they know that they are going to be stolen by terrorists and invaders. Same way, just study. The core part of the Christian nuns is Hindu women converted. Go and study. Then you will understand what I am saying is true. Only in India, 75,000 nuns. From where they are coming? From Hindu civilization, converted. They form the core, backbone of Christian conversion mechanism. The missionary mechanism. Whether as a grihastha or as professional or as nun, Hindu women are the best. Have some religious composition of divorced or separated adults. Let me make these statements one by one. Hindu women, genetically, by their DNA, they know the signs of dharma, and they can manifest that signs and run the family, business, anything they are into. That is why all the anti-Hindu forces steal Hindu women and use them against Hinduism. And stealing Hindu women, converting them and making them as nuns, and using them, hurting Hinduism. I have studied all these designs very deeply, thoroughly. We Hindus neither convert people nor allow any form of terrorism. We are absolute non-violent, extremely non-violent and knowledge-based tradition. We are the greater science of life. Hinduism is greater science of life. It's neither dogmatic nor sectarian. It's greater science of life. We Hindus need to protect our women, whether you want to get married, become grihastha, be part of the Hindu civilization. You want to become a sannyasi, nun, be part of the Hindu civilization. Because you are empowered by Hinduism, you empower Hinduism. Dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. You protect dharma, let dharma protect you. So listen to this satsang at least 2-3 times. So you understand every aspect I am trying to present. I have presented multi-dimension, multiple aspects of this one truth from Kayakalpa science. Understanding the secret source code based on which you function as an organism. Try to understand that. Through unclutching, this is the essence of what I want to convey today. I am projecting you the diverse statistics. Just see. I'll put this in the Facebook also. You can see. I want you to know Hindus are more than billion. And the divorced or separated adults is less than 1%. Listen, less than 1%. But the population is more than billion. Maybe around 1.2 billion born Hindus and another 0.8 billion practicing Hindus. Even 1.2 billion born Hindus, if you take into consideration, billion Hindus, but divorced or separated adults is less than 1%. I'll project this, put this permanently. Same way, nuns. I have spoken to many Christian missionary nuns. Many of them attended my program, and even sincere devotees, disciples, followers. They tell me directly, Swamiji, whenever a Hindu girl gets converted and becomes a nun, she lives as nun forever, whole life. The dropout ratio is less than 1%. But that is not the case. People from other civilization, other countries become nuns. The stability. So understand this. The stability of Hindu women should strengthen Hinduism. I'm not saying there is no exemption, but exemptions are not rules. Exemptions don't form rules. Just see the statistics. Statistics forms the rules. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षिसुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वतीस्तन्यपानलब्धदिव्यज्ञान विश्रुतसकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामयचतुरश्रयान् गीयमान छत्रचामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादिसमस्तबिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसङ्घसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षाव्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैवसिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराजपाण्ड्यमहाराजगुरु क्षपणशाक्यादिमहान्धकारनिवारणज्ञानभानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैवसमयकर्त्रे सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान अरुणगिरियोगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञपीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्यमङ्गल नित्यकल्याण नित्यरजित कैलास परम्परागत आदिकैलास नित्यानन्दपीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासनपीठकर्तः साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्मशासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्त गणनायक श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरुपरम्परा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरो श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानन्द प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञान वितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय।